Hi folks, Lee here and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another action-packed plane spotting adventure. I'm only half joking about that really because we do actually have a pretty interesting lineup for this one, or at least I think so. So I got to the airport. I only hung around for about a couple of hours because I was mainly after one aircraft. That's usually the case these days when I'm going plane spotting. I'm usually after something in particular, and that's it over there. It's the Royal Air Force's Voyager it's the VIP one, ZZ336, also known as Vespina. You've got a couple of private jets there as well as the global A380 as always and a C-17. So I don't know how long that's going to continue to be there for. But we really kicked off straight away today when I got there. Didn't really get a chance to even take a good video of the surroundings, so but we got straight into it. So we've got the Robin taxiing back to Prestwick Flying Club there, and then we've got this Learjet 45 from Zenith Aviation, which is flying out to Biggin Hill, which is quite a popular one. It's quite a popular place for sort of private aviation to go. There's actually a channel I watch called The Jet Business, and he talks a lot about that particular airport. It's quite popular for the private jets. And then we have Ryanair 737 flying in. And I don't know where it is, but for some reason I feel like it's been a while since I've seen a 737, even though they're at the airport all the time. I don't feel like they show up as much these days in the videos, which is probably a good thing, because you want to see a nice variety. But I always like to record them when they come in, because it's always nice to see them, even if they are around all the time. And then one of the more interesting ones I thought was this private helicopter, this AW109, and I couldn't get much information on who owns it. It's owned privately, but it was flying about. It was relocating from one area of the airport to the area across the runway, and then it landed for a little while and then it departed again. So I don't know if it's got anything to do with the private jets that are in, or maybe even the VIP RAF one. I don't know. But it went over there and it landed for a little while, and then as you'll see, it went away again. So yeah, I don't know. I just think it's quite interesting that it was hanging about. So, but I don't know if it had anything to do with any of that really. So, um, not much information on it. And then that's the helicopter flying away just there, destination unknown, as a lot of the private stuff usually is. They don't have the where they're going in flight radar or anything, just for privacy reasons I suppose. So yeah. And then next up we've got Van's RV8 G-WEEV, or as it's called, the Spirit of WEEV, which is actually quite a well-known light aircraft. And the pilot Derek, he's actually quite well known as well. I know a lot of people that know him, so never personally met him, but yeah, I know a lot of people who know him. I know a few people who've actually flown with him as well, and it's quite a popular aircraft. It's quite distinctly coloured, and it's a good little plane. It's one of those kind of planes I'd quite like to have a go at flying. Quite fast. It's a home built aeroplane, so a lot of people buy a kit and build them at home, or somewhere. Um, and it's yes, it's a really good little plane. It's really cool. And then after that was a bit of a lull, so I just started looking at stuff that was flying overhead. I didn't know what this one was because it wasn't squawking on flight radar, so I didn't catch what that was, but I did catch another one, which was a United Airlines 767 flying at 36,000 feet, which was going from Naples to New York, so that was pretty cool seeing that fly over. And the other thing I took a little moment to appreciate was just how kind of stunning the weather was today. A lot of really cool looking clouds, and yeah, it was just a lovely bright day, and it really makes a change. We've not had the best weather over the past few weeks, so it was quite nice to get a little difference in the weather, so yeah. And then things started again, so we had this Pilatus PC-12 flying from the Isle of Man. Again, private owner, so we seen that fly in, and it flew in quite. It kind of showed up just when the main character of this video was about to taxi out, so you'll see that in a second. So yeah, it comes in and lands, goes past the A380, and then as you'll just see, that's the RAF Voyager beginning to taxi out. And it's always quite interesting to see a plane like this because, I mean the Voyager, because obviously it's a VIP plane. It's sort of like the UK's take on Air Force One in the US. So it came in from Oslo. I didn't get a chance to see it come in because it came in earlier on in the day when I was busy. But it's flying out to Bryce Norton now. So in this, so yeah, it's probably doing some really important business. So yeah, it's quite impressive to see it taxi past actually. It's not often we get something quite this big taxiing by here, so it was quite an impressive sight. I'm sure I've had it on the channel before, but it would have been a little while back, and maybe the weather wasn't quite as nice, and I don't think I've caught it quite as well before as this, so it was really cool to see that. And then it lines up in the runway, and then that, as they say, was that. So yeah, you'll see it go in a second on its way towards Bryce Norton. And that was the last one that I caught for the day. I just decided to call it a day after that. So yeah, it was a really cool thing to see. As I said, not seen it in a while, so always nice to see a kind of particularly important aircraft flying out of Prestwick or into Prestwick. So yeah, really cool, really good day. It's always nice to get a good variety of stuff in these videos, so yeah, I really enjoyed today. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if you'd like to see more plane spotting content, boat content, and everything in between, then please do subscribe. Bye folks.